So let's begin with Act 2, Scene 4. All right. This scene takes place in a street of Venice. In a street of Venice, enter Bresciano, Lorenzo, Salarino, and Solanio. They all are friends, Christian friends. So, Lorenzo, actually, they are planning. They all have been invited by Bassanio to that merrymaking which he'll be having before leaving for Belmont. So, Lorenzo says, now we'll slink away in supper time. We'll slink away. Slink away means slip off, secretly leaving from somewhere. We'll slink away in supper time. Supper again means dinner time. Disguise us at my lodging. Will disguise us means we'll change our clothes at my lodging. Lodging is the house. Disguise us at my house and return all in an hour. And we all will return in an hour. Now, let me tell you the background. Actually, they all are planning for a masquerade. Please understand masquerade. You can also say it like mass parade. This is a kind of word. See, it used to be a kind of celebration, when they'll be when they'll be going into the streets of Venice wearing different masks. All right, so in that way, they'll be hiding their identity. They'll disguise themselves into different costumes, and then they'll move about in the streets singing, dancing together. All right. So they are planning for a mask, which is a kind of celebration, masquerade. So that's what Lorenzo says. Now, all these friends must be planning, and all these friends must be saying, how will it be possible for us to go for it when we are there for the dinner at Bassanio's place? So then Lorenzo says, no, we'll slip away, during dinner. And we'll disguise ourselves at my house and then return all in an hour. We'll have the masquerade for some time and then we all will return in an hour. For that, Graciano says, we have not made good preparation. But we have not yet made good preparation. Preparation here, you can say arrangements. We have not yet made any arrangements for the mask. Salarino says, we have not spoke us yet of torch bearers. Torch bearers, now please understand, as I told you, this masquerade is a kind of procession, all right, that they used to have, and each person participating in the procession would be preceded by an attendant who carried a lighted torch. See, those days electricity never used to be there. So when they'll be having a kind of procession or masquerade at the time of night or evening when it is dark, so they all need to have torch bearers, people जो मशाल लेकर उनके आगे चले. Okay, so Salarino says, we have not spoke us yet of torch bearers. We have not yet spoken to our torch bearers, like who will be holding our torches. For that, Salarino says, it is while. It is means it is. Huh? It is while, unless it may be quaintly ordered. It is while you can say disgusting or useless, worthless. Okay, unless it may be quaintly ordered. Quaintly ordered means arranged in style. Unless it is arranged in style, it is useless and better in my mind, not undertook. And in my mind here means in my opinion, not undertook. That it, in my opinion, it would be better not to attempt it. Okay, so because we have not arranged for it properly, we have not yet spoken to our torch bearers, and if it is not quaintly ordered, if it is not arranged in style, then it's better that we should not attempt it. But then Lorenzo says, it is now but 4 o'clock. Abhi sirf 4 baje hain. We have 2 hours to furnish us. We have 2 hours to prepare us, to furnish us. Okay, means to get ourselves ready. We have 2 hours to get ourselves ready. So again, enter Launcelot. At that time, Launcelot enters over there. Launcelot, friend Launcelot, what's the news? So Lorenzo asks him, what's the news? Launcelot says, and if shall, and means if it shall please you to break up this, break up, actually break up the seal. break up the seal of the letter. He is saying this while handing him over the letter which has been given by Jessica. If it shall please you to break up this, it shall seem to signify. Signify means inform. If you break up the seal of this letter, it will inform you what is the news. Okay, and then he hands him Jessica's letter. So Lorenzo says, I know the hand. So, hand here actually he means handwriting. Okay, he says, I know the hand. I recognize the handwriting. In faith, it is a fair hand. In faith means indeed. Indeed, it is a fair hand, it is a beautiful hand, and whiter than the paper it writ on. It writ on means it wrote on. Of course, it is a beautiful hand, and the hand is whiter, fairer than the paper it wrote on. Is the fair hand that writ. Okay, so Greshano says, now you see at that time, Greshano says, love news in faith. I'm sure it is love news, means love letter. Launcelot says, by your leave, sir, by your permission, sir. So he's asking for the leave to, he is asking for the permission to leave from there. Lorenzo asks, whither goest thou? Whither means where? Where do you go? Where are you going? Lancelot says, marry, sir, to bid my old master, bid here means to call my old master, the Jew, to sup tonight. Sup means dine tonight with my new master, the Christian. I am going to call or invite, you can say, I am going to invite my old master, the Jew, that is Shylock, to have dinner with my new master, the Christian, that is Bassanio. Right? Lorenzo says, hold here, take this. So Lorenzo also gives him some money. Tell gentle Jessica, I will not fail her. Tell gentle Jessica, I will not fail her means I will keep my promise. Okay? Speak it privately. And please say this to her privately, secretly. And then Launcelot exits from there. Then Lorenzo continues his discussion with his friends. He says, go, gentlemen, will you prepare you for this mass tonight? Will you prepare yourself for this mass tonight? I am provided of a torchbearer. I am provided of a torchbearer means I am provided with a torchbearer. मुझे तो अपना torchbearer मिल गया है. Salarino says, ah, yes, Mary, I'll be gone about it straight. Means I shall go about it straight, immediately. I'll also go about to find a torchbearer immediately. Salanio says, and so will I. Lorenzo, meet me and Greciano at Greciano's lodging some hour hence. Some hour hence means after about an hour from now, you just meet me and Greciano at Greciano's house. So Salarino says it is good we do so. And then Salarino and Salanio, they both exit from there. Now only Greciano and Lorenzo are left. Greciano says, was not that letter from fair Jessica? Wasn't that letter from Jessica? Greciano asked Lorenzo about that letter. Lorenzo says, I must needs tell thee all. I feel compelled, I feel forced to tell you everything. Okay, I need to tell you everything. She hath directed, you can say instructed. Okay, she has instructed how I shall take her from her father's house. उसने इस लेटर में मुझे बताया है कि मैं किस तरह से उसको उसके फादर के हाउस से लूंगा. What gold and jewels she is furnished with means supplied with. What gold and jewels she is supplied with, she is carrying with herself. What page's suit? Page here means servant. Suit is the dress. What page's suit means with servant's dress she hath in readiness. With servant's dress she has ready with her. So now he tells Lorenzo tells Graciano that in that letter, Jessica has instructed him in what way she is going to elope with him from her father's house, what jewels and gold she'll be carrying with her, and in what way she is going to disguise herself in the dress of a servant. Okay. And then he further tells Greciano, if ever the Jew her father come to heaven, it will be for his gentle daughter's sake. The daughter is so good. See, the father is not at all good, and for that he will have to go to excuse me. No? So he says that if ever the Jew, her father, come to heaven, if he ever comes to heaven, otherwise it is difficult for him to come to heaven because he is not a good person. But if he ever comes to heaven, it will be only for the sake of his gentle daughter, and never dare misfortune cross her foot. Cross her foot means come to her. Misfortune can never dare to come to her unless she do it under this excuse, that she here means fortune, goddess fortune, right? uh, that she is issue means child to a faithless Jew. Similarly, Jessica is never going to have any misfortune or any difficult situation in her life. But if she ever meets any misfortune, it will be only under one excuse, that she is the child to a faithless Jew. Come, go with me. Peruse this as thou goest. Peruse means read it, as this here refers to this letter. Peruse this as thou goest. Peruse means read. This here refers to the letter. Read this as you go. While walking, you should read the letter. Okay, he hands him the letter. Fair Jessica shall be my torch bearer. So the plan is that Jessica will be her will be his torch bearer in that mask. Okay,
Hmm.
so in a way, Jessica has instructed him how she is going to elope from her father's house with him. She will disguise herself as a servant, and she will act as his torch bearer during the masquerade.